$100 if you could tell me, why do people hate their jobs? It's actually not what you think, according to this Inc. magazine article. 70% of people hate their job. I'm giving away $1,000. Welcome to episode 18 of The Investor. Talking about quitting the grind, doing something else, and a how-to guide. So this person spent 15 years studying why people hate their jobs. I'm going to grab these comments real quick. I'm going to start reading these to you. What's the reason? Now, obviously, some people are going to say, I'm going to give you a hint. It's not like people go, oh, because they don't get paid enough. Hint. Oziano T just said he just quit his job. Hello from Boston. Where's everybody from, by the way? It's Saturday night before I go out. I decided to pop in here on live and do some training on what I've learned. The last job I had the last 9 to 5 is when I was 16 at Office. It was called Office America. It's bankrupt now, like most of these companies. It was like a competitor to Office Max. I hated it. I remember looking at I could tell you the number one reason I hated that job. It was boring. So we got Lancaster, Pennsylvania, Australia. Simon says there's a lack of happiness. He's in Australia, and he's now his own boss. Mikey said Chicago. Afik said Malaysia. No passion for the job. Getting warmer, but not really. Actually getting colder. Ty is drunk right now. Nope. In India, we quite actually depend upon jobs. Well, they depend upon jobs in America, too. I'm just saying, why do most people not like them? No respect from your supervisor. That's getting warmer. Just quit my job today, someone said. Someone just wrote Montana, Wichita, UK, Cincinnati, Hazlitt, New Jersey, Celaya, Philippines. No sense of fulfillment. Ty, I want you to be my boss. Stress, other people, not feeling like they're actually doing anything. Hold on. I'm going to see if I find it. Give me a second. $100 if you could answer. Let me read this to you right here. And I'm going to give you the solution, too. I'm not just talking about problems. Praise addiction. That's what they say. We've been praised to seek out incentives like good grades, stickers, trophies, and yes, praise. We want to be liked. We want to be respected. We want people to be impressed with us. It gives us a temporary feeling of happiness. The problem is we end up making career choices to impress other people so we can feel that fleeting rush of validation. In the process, we lose sight of what makes us truly happy. I don't know the exact research. They listed it here in Inc. But here's a study in the UK. Same kind of thing. I'll screenshot it. I think I got it, yeah. Give me a second. All right. Let's see if anybody... I think the closest person... Let me go back. Somebody said they said... I'm going to give it to this Victor Ruggiano. I'm going to screenshot it. Just write it down, Josh and Zach. Victor, it's screenshotted on this phone. Victor_Ruggiano. Sending you $100.
On what platform?
Instagram. Victor_Ruggiano. Screenshotted on this phone. Permanently there. Yeah, people too much sheep. That's the word. So sheep all follow each other. And then they follow each other into the wrong job that they don't like. And then when it doesn't work out, they have a heart attack, freak out, get depressed, bored. And even people will think that's not the reason. Let me ask you this, just honest. What's the main reason you picked the career that you have now? Ask people that question, and continually they're going to give you the same answer. When you get deeply into the root of it, deeply into the root, they're going to go, well, I guess, I'll give you for example, my dentist growing up. Dentist is almost the highest suicide rate. Why? Dentists have crazy suicide rate. Let's just pull this up. I forget what the suicide rate. Suicide rate, dentists. Just think about it. You think a lot of people? The 19 jobs where you're most likely to kill yourself. Dentist, really, you don't want to, here you go. You don't really want to be a dentist. Pharmacists, there's a good example. You know what? Very few people. It's like I have friends that are Persian. So many Persians become pharmacists. Makes no sense that one group of people would go so disproportionately into one field, except when you think it's because their parents pressure them into that thing and their friends do it. So yeah, you're going to have a higher suicide rate because who in the world wants to go? You ever met somebody who goes, lifelong dream, stand at the back of CVS, take people's piece of paper. I don't even know what a pharmacist does. Why? This is a weird thing. I'm probably going to expose my ignorance. Why do we need pharmacists? What are they, like gatekeepers? It's the pills with the bottle, and I see them like they... Again, maybe I'm just ignorant, but can't that job be like outsourced to robots? Of all jobs that should be robots, shouldn't it be prescriptions? You just go, they need 30 Xanax. Why don't you just get a bottle of 30 Xanax that came right off of some... why does a pharmacist need it? It's welcome to modern world. Doesn't even make... Probably no one has a good answer. I'm sure very select situations you need a pharmacist to look at some complex... But, I mean, they're not manufacturing the drug. What's the hard part? It seems like the worst job. I heard some comedian, he's like, pharmacist is the job where you go there and they basically look at you like, what? Why are you here? Like, dude, why do you think I'm here? I'm picking something up. So, it's just sheeple. I'm not just saying Persians, I'm just saying, for sure, if you know Persians, a lot of them are going into pharmacist occupation, and I don't even know why. And please don't do that. Please don't do it. Kyle Munger said, that's a great idea, actually, pharmaceutical assistant, software as a service. Yeah, like, somebody please make a pharmacist robot. Now, if anything should be turned, you know another thing should be turned into robot, like toll booth operators. Why do we make people sit there and have fumes blown in their face? Maybe you need one person in case somebody jams the machine or something. But, I mean, why are we sticking people on the New Jersey Turnpike? I feel like it's like a form of monotony. Just imagine. Or like security guards at midnight. See security guards at a place that doesn't even need a security guard? We need RoboCop. You ever seen that movie RoboCop? That's where robots should handle all the jobs you don't want people to have to do. But again, in society, you got millions of people pouring into jobs that people don't like. Someone said, designer Melissa, pharmacists verify drug interactions, dosage, and what they're taking. They verify Yeah, but yes, like I said, there's no good reason. Verify drug interactions. I picked up a prescription before. It says it on the piece of paper. It says, you could just have a checkbox thing. It's like, are you pregnant? And anyway, why is the doctor prescribing you a drug you can't be taking? That's not a good reason. I hope there's a better reason for pharmacists. Keaton Shumway, like $140,000 he has in school loans for pharmacy. See, why'd you fall for that? It's parents or something. Stop listening. My grandpa was a psychologist. Is my great-grandfather. My grandma's dad was a psychoanalyst. And one thing he taught my mom, often the worst thing for kids is their parents. Just literally, Sharon says, actually, pharmacists know more about medications than doctors do. Yeah, but doctors prescribe it. So pharmacists can't stop it either. Nobody talks to a pharmacist. 90% of this can be outsourced. I'm not picking on pharmacists, but dentists is the same way. You should be a dentist because you like it, not because your parents said you're going to make more money. If your parents say you're going to make more money, just ignore them. Really, all parents should be just fully ignored. If you're like an artist and you want to be an artist, your parents say you won't even make any money. That was great advice in like 1742 where people used to die of hunger. No one dies of hunger anymore in America. And if they do, there's usually children whose parents neglect them. It's usually parents' fault. So do something for real. Like something. You can be a pharmacist if you're just fascinated by drug concoctions. But to do it, there should be no group of society where there's like 10% of the whole population becomes pharmacists. Unless you're all sheep. Okay? Someone said, Ty, why do you sleep till noon? I don't sleep till noon. But I do sleep till noon in like London. Maybe you're in a different time zone, baby. By the way, the whole thing about when you wake up is pretty uncorrelated with how much money you make. So let's talk about the opposite of sheeple is self-directed career choices, money making. Also, don't go after things just because you think it's going to make money. Do something that gets you what you want out of life. Okay? Robbie Searles says, Ty, yes you do. You sleep in. Robbie Searles apparently stalks me in bed each night. How'd you find out my address, man? I'm concerned. Did you, you have a portal through my phone? Oh, according to my Snapchat. Well, I know this is going to be mind-blowing. But sometimes I wake up for many hours, and then my first Snapchat, when I say, I just got up, it's not actually what I got up. You do know, sometimes you have movies, and it says, Christmas time. But they actually shot it at a different time, and then they said it was... I know this is very mind-blowing stuff, but, yeah. I have slept past noon before, but I didn't today. How many hours do you sleep? I try to sleep 8 hours. I think that's the magical formula. Sleep 8 hours. I've tested waking up very early, very late, in between. It seems to be insignificant in my life. Unless you look at other factors, like if I'm on a farm, then it's better to wake up early because you got to take care of animals, and chickens wake up at 4:30 in the morning. Keaton says he needs to own a pharmacy. There you go. You can inflict the psychological torture then as the employer of a whole bunch of people likely to commit suicide. That sounds good. Ty just started the e-com agency. So for those of you who got in the recent programs, I'll show you some cool stuff I've been getting. Double check with Paul in them. Let's see. Check this out. This is pretty cool. Launched a test group last week. It has not even been. Here's one. Here's a check. George Coos, right there. We have a private Facebook group for my test group. I don't know if you can see this, but George K-U-Z says, guys, I just closed my first $25 a month client for my e-com agency. He has a little picture of the actual one made out to him. He'd only been in the program 3 days. A lot of these test groups that I launch, they start working for people right away. Roshan Konjimbaum just closed the deal for $600 for making a website, improving their Instagram. This is so real, man. Can't wait to learn from you. Thanks, Ty and Joe. Here's another one. Mark Zabansky. Ty, I got my first client to build their Shopify store, €700 euro for just this, paid in cash. 700 euros is close to about $1,000. Also got her interested in upsells such as building messenger bots, email marketing, and social media marketing. Let's look at this. This guy, Luke L. Johnston. So yesterday I watched the training videos in the e-com agency, and this morning I've managed to get my first meeting with a potential client. 13 phone calls got me 1 meeting locked in and 3 follow-up. I'm a 40-year-old male who is sick and tired of mediocrity. Have always dreamed a big game. My actions have never matched my dreams until now. Luke, he looks like he's in Australia. This stuff that I'm talking about works. You can be a pharmacist. You can be a dentist. There's nothing wrong with a diversity of occupations in this world. Not everybody's going to be an entrepreneur, but a lot more people should be an entrepreneur. And the reason people aren't is because people's parents and society inflicts fear on them. But it's a lot of parents doing it too. A lot of parents doing it. Jasper says, the e-commerce agency or the Amazon blueprint, which is better to start with? Well, I'm going to talk about the Amazon blueprint because I'm on an Amazon kick right now. I just shot an hour-long video talking about Amazon, and just, like, I can show you right now, right now, how this thing works. Just pick anything you want to sell. Partner with the richest guy in the world, with the biggest, with a $1 trillion company. You know, for some people go, I don't want to build a website. I don't want to learn how to do social media marketing. I don't want an agency. I don't want to have to cold call people. I just want to be, I'm quiet. I'm introverted, Ty. I just want to, like, be behind the scenes. Okay. Then let's just pick today, live. I'm going to just do this. I'm going to give you what I believe is a 6 or 7 figure business plan right now. This will make $100,000 to $1 million in the next 12 months if anybody does this, if you do it well. Obviously, if you start it, you're lazy, you procrastinate. Let's just pick something. Anybody name anything that they purchased today. We give $100, whoever, by the way, names the thing that I end up doing the spontaneous business plan for. Let's go. $100. What they don't teach you in school, I'm going to teach you right now. Read some of these off to me. $100, just a product you bought today, I'm going to turn it into a business plan. $100,000 to a $1 million. What? What's up, Grant? Is he here? Should I bring him on?
I didn't see him request. He was just commenting he wanted to make $100,000.
Grant, you want to make $100,000? Hello from Manhattan. Grant Cardone's down there in Florida. He had a big conference. I was down. Some of you might have seen. I think Grant had either 25,000 plus people. Biggest entrepreneur conference that I know of in the world. Maybe there's another one, but it's pretty good. I was down there. People were blown away. I got a lot of good comments. People saying it's the best conferences they've ever been to. So, Grant, good job on your conference. I got a lot of good feedback, man. Press the button on his comment and press add to live, and then just hand me the phone. Okay, face masks, backpacks, what else? Let's look on Insta. Gas. Queso gas.
Hey, man.
Let's see if Grant's coming on here.
What's happening, bruh?
He may be asleep now. Grant, I'm late.
What's going on, Ty Lopez?
Are you there, Grant? What's up, Grant?
I'm here, brother. How you doing? I'm down in Cabo San Lucas.
Is that a fire? What is that? Oh, okay.
No, shit, dude.
Grant,
look, I just needed a break,
He made
bro.
so much.
I went skiing. I was skiing in Utah for a week.
There we go.
And then we just popped down to Cabo for another week. So then I get back to work for the rest of the year.
Thanks for having us at 10X. My whole team.
You were awesome, dude.
People loved it.
Yeah, you were awesome, man. I really appreciate you being there. You helped a lot of people. So I look forward to doing more things with you.
Let's do it. Say hi to the family. Say hi to your wife. Everybody loved your wife's talk. So good, man.
Yeah. Love you to death, bro. Let me know if I can do anything for you, all right?
Let me ask you a quick question. Your opinion.
Okay.
You had to sell a product online, a physical product, not educational stuff, not real estate. What catches your eye these days?
Oh, man. I mean, I'd want to sell something in the fitness space.
Fitness. I agree.
Yeah, I'd want to sell something. I mean, any of the supplemental items that enhance people's the aging process, you know, that support everybody, every human being on this planet worries about aging, wants to look good, wants to feel good. So anything in that space would be awesome.
Awesome. Well, I'll let you go, man. Thanks. I'm gonna dissect that. We're gonna go with Grant Cardone's idea. A fitness, health, anti-aging supplement on Amazon.
I want my iPad. Send me my iPad.
Grant wins an iPad. $100. $100. Grant, we're PayPal, baby. All right. So who has this idea? Who has this idea? Okay, I see somebody right here. Somebody said cocaine. I need someone to give me something specific. Paper clips. That doesn't sound like a health item. Organic hemorrhoid cream.
God.
Zach? Keto pills. Okay, let's go with that. Stephanie Leatherman on Instagram. I screenshotted it. Stephanie_Leatherman. Can you write the name down so you can find it? Let's keto. This is a weight loss / supplemental health strategy. Keto, it's a little bit similar to like Atkins diet a few years ago. So let's just do keto supplements, low carb stuff. You go keto, you go real low grams of carbs, like under 20 grams, under 10, there's different levels of keto. You can go under 100 grams of carbs, carbohydrates per day. Depends on how you count it. There's such a thing as net carbs and stuff like that. But let's just keep it simple. Low carbs for now. Let's look here. How could you get a keto product? Keto stands for ketones. In a human body and in any mammal's body, they call it ketosis. I've known about ketosis since I was a teenager because when you have dairy cows and you don't feed them properly, they go into a state of ketosis, which basically is excess protein and not enough energy in the feed. And believe it or not, humans will pay for that. In animals, you try to keep your animals not in a state of ketosis because it's not super healthy, but it's a huge trend. One of my guys who works for me from Pakistan, he lost 50 pounds. He swears by keto. One of my remote workers. I got 1,900 people on Instagram, 764 on YouTube. Now, first step you have to do, let's go through the stages of building a business from scratch without having to do your own website. Eventually, you want your own website. You do want your own website, but you can start without it. You go to the largest platform in the world for humans to buy things ever in history, Amazon, 1,000+ products a second. First step, we have to research and identify what we're going after, a product. In this case, we've already identified keto, but there's a lot of stuff within keto. Look at all these things. There's keto weight loss. There's keto pills from Shark Tank. There's a keto MCT oil powder. There's a electrolyte powder. Here's a keto. Let me see if we can find something different. Most of these are weight loss. So weight loss is a huge market. Oh, here's some actual keto strips. You pee on these strips. They tell you if you're in a state of ketosis. So let's just look at that because that's an item. Man, look how many. First of all, I want to tell you something. For those of you who don't know much about Amazon, I've been an Amazon affiliate. That's my main strategy that I've used to make money on Amazon. I think I started in 2013. There's about 4 main strategies you can use to make money on Amazon. One, you can be an affiliate. That's what I've done. Secondly, you can sell your own product. Thirdly, you can do an agency where you get other people up. Fourthly, you can have a marketing agency. There's other things. There's more than 4 ways, but those are just off the top of my head. So here, look at how many sponsored products. Now, if you hover over what sponsored means, it'll tell you. These are for ads. People are running ads. Now, would you pay money to run ads if you weren't making money? Nope. That means usually, not always, but oftentimes, sponsored products show that there's money being made. And notice how many sponsored products there are. I was seeing sponsored all the way down here. Okay, and they mixed it in here. Amazon, like it's just like Google. But let me look at these strips here. These are sponsored electrolyte supplement. Oh, these aren't even sticks that you pee on. I thought those were the ones you pee on.
You peed on me before.
You peed on me before. Let's just look here if anyone. Let's look. There's a little trick that I've been showing people. Liz and I, she was showing this the other day. I'm going to show you. You can see Amazon actually publishes what's selling, but most people never scroll down. You look here at your best selling rate. This is not doing super well. It's 161,000 in health and household. In blended vitamins, it's 4,100. What you want is a balance between competition and no competition. If there's too much competition, then there's really smart operators already doing it. It's hard, okay, on a spectrum of 1 to 10. And if there's no competition, that means maybe nobody's buying the product. So you want to be in this range here. Something that's semi-competitive, but not too competitive, but is competitive enough. I think this looks to be not the best product. I would pick, let's go up here to where you see things like Amazon Choice. Keto Burn. Let's look at this Amazon Choice. 844 reviews. Best keto diet, 60 pills. It's by Brute Nutrition. 70 answered questions. So that's good. They're taking care of their brand. They're answering questions. Let's see if they have a video. I think there's a little teeny video that was uploaded by somebody. I think that people are not utilizing video enough. I think it's a huge, take it from me, somebody who's mastered video marketing over the last, I don't know if I've mastered, but I do it a lot. I've done billions of minutes of watch of my video marketing, billions, on 1.85 billion on almost 2 billion on YouTube alone. I can tell you video marketing converts. And so one competitive advantage, I'll be teaching this, by the way, I'm going to put a link below. Those of you who want to get in we have a 10-day crash course on how to sell on Amazon. It's called just the Amazon sales formula, or blueprint we call it. I also have a 4-month certification program. I've been flying in people that I work with that are experts on Amazon. I teach in there. I just had Liz come from Miami. She's doing 500 grand a month on kitchen items on Amazon, netting about 100. Last month she netted 104,000. So we've got her teaching. I've got 2 other people that just taught. So it's not just like you're learning from a book or you're learning from a professor. You're learning from people who have done it. Okay. And so anyway, what I was saying about this Keto Burn is, even though they're doing very well, if you go down here, let's see their Amazon. Look at this. They're #1 in fat burner and thermogenics. And fat burner, that's a big market. How many people are fat? How many people are fat, Zach, in this world?
Half?
It's more. They say 60%.
80? Dang. They're not all in the South either.
What'd you say?
They're not all in the South.
They're not all in the South? Okay. This one's pretty competitive, but notice, people want to lose weight and they want a pill to do it. Now, obviously the main way you get thin is by controlling what you eat and working out, for the most part. But you can go, Tim Ferriss, I like what he says about this. He says, getting in shape is 60% diet, 30% working out, or specifically cutting weight, and 10% is supplements. So this is addressing that 10% market. It helps people feel good. I mean, I don't think it's a horrible thing. Keto Burn. So this is pretty competitive on the 1 to 10. Oh, I forgot to say, go to this link. There's a link in Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. If you look below, you'll see it. We'll pin the comment on Instagram. If you want to jump in, I've got it open for 5 more days. We've had it open for 2 days. We're raising the price on stuff as the group gets bigger. I think we had 850 people go in right away. And this is going to get big. There'll be 8,000 people if I let it. So we have to control it by limiting the test group a little bit with price. You can also, if you don't see the link, just go to tylopez.com/Amazon Live. There's a 10-day crash course. You can get in, 10 best video training, get you started in just a little over a week. And then you can upgrade if you want to, if you're a more meticulous person, into the 4-month program that we have. We have a 4-month certification program, which is a lot more training if you want a little more, what's the word? A little more reassurance, a little more training. Keto. what would I put this product right here on a 1 to 10 of competition, no competition? We're leaning over here. Even though it's number one, it's number one in thermogenics. Okay, it's not number one. You can see right here. Oops, going past it, sorry. It's number one in fat burners and thermogenics. It's not number one in sports nutrition, for example. Now, but it is 52 in health and household, which is crazy. This is making somebody a lot of money. Who's Brute Nutrition? If you're on this call, see if we can find anything about Brute Nutrition. I always like, now I'm not going to get in this business. I'm doing a business plan for you guys. But Brute Nutrition seems like they're owned by Brute Strength Training. Don't know what this is. Maybe not. Okay, they got a podcast. Let's click on About. It's a group of coaches. Matt Bryce. Cool. Looks like a whole bunch of. That's great. Now let's look at their Instagram, because it's all about social media marketing right now. The number one model in the world is not the traditional model. It's Kendall Jenner, because she has 100 million followers. So they have 130,000 followers. I mean, you can compete with this. They're doing a decent job, but this pictures have 300 likes. That's not an insurmountable competition, okay? Here they have, let's see, their videos. This has 9,000 views. I always look like, how savvy are the marketers? How savvy? I've seen worse, but certainly if I go into a market and I go, my number one competitor has pictures with 400 likes, I'm not going to be like, oh my God, I'm done. Yeah. You can beat that, or you can at least compete. You don't have to beat it. There's a room for lots of people in this game. You know how many people are going to be buying stuff like this? So we do our research, identify. To me, this seems like a product that's doable. Now, number two, we got to get the product or get a way to sell it. By the way, you're learning in depth in the program. I don't have time because I'm getting ready to go out. It's Saturday night. Somebody said if they have 130,000 followers and only 300 likes, they bought their. That very well may be true, but I don't know if that's true. So we got to get the. Now there is one caveat. You can just be an affiliate. So you could just be an affiliate, and I'm going to be training on that. Like, this is the easiest way. You'll make a little bit less money in the long term to be an affiliate, but you could still make money without having to own the product, without having to buy any inventory up front. The other thing is you can get inventory. So you have to identify, you have to get the product. And there's many ways. When it comes to supplements, you can white label them. There's all kinds of labs that are white labeling. I mean, there's a ton in the U.S. And they all have their minimum orders on how many you need to do. IMSR said he made 60 grand sale in the last 38 days. What are you doing? Are you on Amazon? Can you do giveaways so people can review? Yes, but reviews are less important nowadays than you can pop a brand without having an insane amount of. You used to need a lot of reviews. So I've been waiting 3 hours for you to come live. It's now 4 in the morning. Well, I'm glad you stuck with it. Hey, Zach Mercury? Oh, I'll do this. There we go. So I just wanted to let you know that yesterday my brother and her wife finally had their little baby angel. Congratulations on the baby. It's how you accept donations. Josh said, I missed 30 minutes of this. I'm upset. Well, I'm catching you up. This is a 6 to 7 figure business plan. I'm researching the competition. This company's doing it well, Brute Nutrition. We're identifying, but we're also identifying weaknesses in the business plan, weaknesses in their plan. Again, we're not trying to beat other people. We're just trying to make sure there's enough room for us. They got 130,000 followers, but their pictures are only getting 800 to 400 likes. Okay, that's they're doing all right, but yeah. And once you identify products, so what I would do if it was me in this game, I would go in and I would just simply white label from a lab and find one that'll give me the minimum order, 1,000 units or less. And I would probably, you're going to use, you can see here they're using Amazon fulfillment, right? FBA. That means Amazon ships it out of their warehouses. So it's not like the old days of eBay where you got to have a closet where you have 1,000 bottles and you do it all, right? DN August Marketing Agency on YouTube says, Ty's the truth. I just signed my second client at $2,600 a month. Congratulations. I've been training people. You know, a lot of people ask what I do online. Well, I own a lot of offline businesses. I own real estate. I develop real estate. I've got businesses that are unrelated to social media, but I do a lot of social media. And one of the things I've been doing since about 2013, 2014 is training people how to go from rags to riches. All the stuff they don't teach in school, I'm showing you right here, and I'm doing it again tonight. And I've trained 286,000 people in my paid programs in 190 countries. We just look at our statistics. There's only 196 countries, I think, in the world. So little countries like Micronesia, Faroe Islands, this is working for them. Big places, the United States, Canada, the UK, places you wouldn't think about like India, Malaysia, Indonesia, Australia is a huge, huge amount of people. I've been in my programs from places like Australia, Argentina, Chile. Ty, may I ask if you ever sell a product at a cost and simply add a set fee for each product rather than you? Yeah, you can do that. You can even do a lost leader program. Do a lost leader program where you actually lose money on the initial product. I wouldn't recommend that with Amazon. That's if you have your own website and you can have upsells and stuff, then you can actually lose money on the first product or break even. You can have a phone sales team. There's a lot of things. You can use email autoresponders to follow up with stuff. But Todd stuck on finding a no website strategy. This is a no website strategy. Amazon, they already built the website for you. It's maintained with its own set of servers, Amazon Web Services. It's owned by the richest person in the world. Ain't gonna let this website go down. And he literally, you know what people don't understand about Amazon? Is that Amazon's this website, but if you saw like a pictograph, it's all these little stores that Jeff Bezos doesn't own. Like Brute Nutrition owns this. They have their own website. And it's like a shopping center. And what he does, Jeff Bezos, you know, like network marketing. I've never really done network marketing. Like many years ago, I did like Amway for 1 week, maybe. Not knocking MLMs or network marketing, but the way network marketing works is, you know, people make money with both from their own sales and from people below them. That's what Jeff Bezos does. $1 trillion company. It's not an MLM, but it's very similar principle. It's a super affiliate system because you make money and the richest man in the world takes a cut. He's the godfather sitting right here. And he wants to support you. He loves Brute Nutrition. In fact, he's going to make his website very friendly to Brute Nutrition. He's going to give all the credit cards of the people who have bought from all these other stores to Brute Nutrition. And he's going to do it to you too. He's going to go, you want a couple 100 million credit cards on file? You want my robots that'll pack this in boxes? No problem. I'm your business partner. And Jeff Bezos is taking a cut off millions and millions of products and millions of stores. Now, he does have his own products. Amazon's developed more and more of their own line of products, Amazon Basics. They're getting into everything, toilet paper, whatever. They own Whole Foods, so they got Amazon Fresh. But he's still partnering with people. This window will eventually close, or it's going to get harder and harder. That's why I launched this test group and I put urgency on it, because things that work, I'll tell you, I have a friend. This guy made so much money. I'm talking 5-10 million bucks a year. I'm sorry, a month. 5 or 10 million net a month. And he once told me, I've never had any product, any strategy that works for more than 3 to 5 years very well. It might work for 100 years, but there's always a window where it's killing it. Just look at Facebook. Facebook killed it. I'm friends with Tom, who started MySpace. We've done some videos together. I interviewed him. And Tom from MySpace, he basically was the #1 website in the world in 2005. He was Alexa ranking #1, more traffic than Google, 2005. 2006, same thing. Slowly, Facebook surpassed, let's say 2008 was the surpassing, right? 2008, now Facebook's on the decline, especially in the United States. So even a big multi-billion-dollar social network, the biggest of the big ever, if they hadn't bought Instagram and WhatsApp, Facebook would be in major trouble because their brand's declining. Snapchat, boom, 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 going up, going up, going up for what? How many years was Snapchat big for? 3 to 5 years. And now it's, I got 1.1 million Snapchat followers. I found out from Snap, told me how many well, that was like a year ago or 6 months ago. I don't know how many I have now. But less and less people are using Snapchat. This strategy I'm showing you on Amazon right now, I don't know if it's going to work for 3 years, 5 years, or 10 years, but I promise you there will be a day that it doesn't work as well. So go in now. Now. Okay. Hey, entrepreneurs, just do what it is necessary for the society. Profit will come automatically. Not exactly. Someone said, poor MySpace guy. You know what? I've seen people kind of laugh at Tom from MySpace. Trust me, he laughed all the way to the bank. He sold MySpace. There was a sale for $500 million. And he made like, I don't know the exact amount, but let's just say over $50 million in his pocket. It's okay. He did okay. Would you be super depressed? He's for the last 10 years hasn't. He's just like, I just travel the world and have fun. He became a photographer. So there's many people you should feel bad for. Never say the phrase, poor Tom from MySpace. Because if that's a bad outcome, I wish each of you have that outcome in your life. He's more than a millionaire. He's a multi-millionaire. How can someone in a small town with no real entrepreneurial success around find a good mentor? Troy, streaming here, right here. The mentors I have in this Amazon selling blueprint program, these are good people. I have 100 million people see my stuff. So I reach out on my social media and say, hey, who's a master of selling on Amazon? Come teach in my class. Come fly out, meet me. I know already a lot of them, and they're flying out. There's actually someone, did they fly? Adrian and them flew in Monday. Oh yeah, sorry, wrong day. They fly in tomorrow or Monday. Do you still read books, Ty? You bet. You better believe it, my friend. Ty, your live comes perfect in India at 9 in the morning. Megan says she wants to be poor, like Tom from MySpace. 50 million poor. Ty, love you, bro. When do you rise? I hope I'm always rising. You mean when do I wake up? Does reading books help YouTube growth? Not directly, but like learning stuff makes you more money. The more you earn, the more you learn, the more you earn. That's Warren Buffett's advice to 6-year-olds. Now, by the way, this program, the blueprint, I priced this Amazon 10-day crash course so low. Just go look how low it is. It's a ridiculous price. I priced it low enough that not one person on planet Earth, even someone on minimum wage, well, maybe on planet Earth, but no person in most countries can ever say I overpriced this. I went so low. Now, if you want to go in the 4-month program, it's a little more expensive, but it's still an investment. You're getting 4 months of training. Have you ever priced 4 months at a community college is $1,000? I'm not even charging $1,000. That's community college where you're learning from some professor who couldn't make it in regular university. Sorry to not call the community college professors, but do you really want to spend $1,000 learning from a community college professor? I understand why people go to Harvard. You get like a degree from Harvard. That opens doors, but Wake Tech Community College in Raleigh, North Carolina. That ain't opening doors. You gonna go.
I skipped classes, man. It was
If somebody comes to me and goes, I got a Wake Tech Community College degree in Raleigh, North Carolina, it's actually, I'm like, I don't want to hire you because you spent years getting a piece of paper and learning from people. Now you can learn all that online in video training. You've got Udemy, you've got lynda.com, programs that I have. I've trained more people in my program, I think, than anybody in a paid program, any individual. 200, I'm almost at 300,000. And it's only been the last 3 or 4 years. So it's a lot. I can tell you what works, what doesn't work. This training program works. May everyone watch this live stream become rich, says DF Discovery. Stephanie Leatherman says, I spent $50,000 in college. It's not just the money. It's the 4 years of opportunity costs because you could have done something else. Now, if you would have sat at home, smoked weed, eaten Cheetos, and played video games, then maybe college is better. That's what Joel Salatin used to tell me. People always say, well, 4 years in school, look at all the things they're learning. But he's like, but look at all the things they're not learning. You know what I did? I went and lived with the Amish for 2.5 years, and then I traveled the world for 2 years, finding mentors. I found a guy named Bill Mollison, who founded something called permaculture. I went to Tasmania, Australia, to learn from him. I went to meet Mike Murphy in Ireland. I've been into most of South America. I went to Japan. I went to most of Europe. Went to almost every state in the U.S. Went to meet Dr. Gordon Hazard in Mississippi. Like I didn't go to college for 4 years, but I spent 4 years training. I just went straight to the source itself. And you know what? I got paid to do that because I would just get a job with them for like 3 months. Hey, what do you need? I sheared sheep in New Zealand to learn from a guy named Gary Townsend, who actually had a Harvard MBA. So he trained me in the things that he got his Harvard MBA from. And I didn't have to go to Harvard. And I got paid to do it. Now, I had to shear sheep. It was a hard job. But I also learned common sense and street smarts. So some people should go to college and some people shouldn't. That is the correct answer to that. But the thought that college is a direct link and is causation, correlation, people. Causation's not the same as correlation. The reason kids at Harvard make more money is because they come from wealthier families, they have higher IQs, they are very picky at Harvard, and they pick the kids most likely to go on and succeed. And so the kids don't even have to go to class. Just being accepted to Harvard means more likely, I bet on you being successful. The classes are not causative. They're correlated. And if you don't believe me, ask Bill Gates, ask Mark Zuckerberg. The wealthiest in history graduates from Harvard didn't actually graduate. That proves my point, is the end of conversation. But people can't get this through their mind very much. They're like, no, college students make more money. Look, they make 27%. Yeah, because people who can't go to college often come from disenfranchised communities and low-income families. So that they start out, it's like running a race and you start out a half a mile behind people. Yeah, I bet on the slow person who starts out a half a mile head start. But yeah. Oh, what's your take on the stock market? I like the stock market a teeny bit, but I don't like to put my money in things I have no control over. That's why I put most wealth in the world is created in business and real estate. America, I think, is 32 trillion in business creation and 29 trillion in real estate. Although what makes the most money is derivatives, actually. But that's another complicated conversation. Inventing weird things that bring down economies, like the 2008 derivatives, CMO, collateralized mortgage obligations. I was just had lunch with one of the big dogs at BlackRock, $6.6 trillion company, largest asset management company in history, $6.6 trillion. And the next big thing is CLOs, collateralized loan obligations, which are derivatives that are betting against corporate debt. So but don't get into derivatives because you make money, but you destroy the world. That's what happened in 2008. The reason there was a crash in 2008 is not actually because of banks. People like to lie about that. There were some bankers that did like a little bit of shady stuff. There was some mortgage brokers that didn't. Do you think shady mortgage brokers are going to crash the U.S. economy? Hello, you know nothing if you think that's true. Someone said, Ty looks smart, but he ain't. Hey, that's fine, man. I'm not as smart as you. As long as you watch my Instagram, you can be smarter than me. Go to college or not, flip a coin, but actually build a business. That's what I would do. Now, we didn't get to, I don't know if we're going to get into number 3 or 4. We got our product, but let's get to number 3. Step 3 is we need to drive visitors to our Amazon page. You can't just, because Amazon rewards you. Remember, Jeff Bezos knows if people come buy your product from your Instagram, from your YouTube, from your PPC ads, that he makes more money because people add other stuff to their shopping cart. So he pushes you up in the rankings if you're driving external traffic. That's why you need to know how to do YouTube ads, Facebook ads, and not just ads, but also organic traffic generations, SEO, what I do, viral videos you want to be able to do. You want to have influencer marketing. I just had Grant Cardone pop in. He's an influencer. When he's on my Instagram, you see the numbers spike up. I have 1,500 people on now, and I probably had 2,500 people on now. Someone said, Ty, looking smart is halfway there, so you're good, bro. I'm smart like a fox. I'm dumb like a fox, I should say.
People also like your kicks of the day.
You like my kicks of the day? These are the new Yayos by Ty. You see the new Kawhi Leonard shoes called the New Times Roman? They just in font just say Kawhi Leonard. You know how he's like kind of real bland?
Right.
Here's Kawhi. Yeah, I love this marketing that, is it New Balance or who has this shoe? Kawhi Leonard shoe. Check out these new shoes. That's what they are. Look at there. That's his shoe. You see this, Zach? Kawhi.
It looks like
Someone said that's the most Kawhi Leonard thing to do.
You're at 8.
Ty, your hair is on point. Eyes high on live streaming. I love seeing you at the 10X Growth Conference. I follow you on Instagram. I love your book of the day. Thanks for everything. Thank you, Lisa. Patronella. Does Shaq still have a shoe? Yeah, he got like a size 22 shoe. Ty, why don't you keep your beard? That looks good on you. Okay. I'm going to put one of those fake beards on for my next one. Or the little mustache with the big nose thing.
Was that a dude or a lady?
Number 3, drive visitors to your page. One of the things I'm going to teach you personally in the Amazon Sales Blueprint is how to drive organic traffic. You got to understand how to create an Amazon brand. And going back here, one thing that I think you can do as you go through my course, especially if you go through the 4-month course, I'll show you how to build a brand, man. A brand. You know what a brand is? This is step 4. Scale a brand. You can't only scale a product so far. Scale a brand. Listen to me. Scale a brand, not just a product. Because products get boring. Competitors can compete with product, but you can't compete with a brand. By the way, I still got $800 to give away. So we're going to go live again on Instagram when it resets. I still got 800 to give away, right?
Yep.
Or is it 900? 800 still to give away. Got money falling on the ground. So let's talk about this right here. What's the difference between a brand and a product? $100 to the person who gives the best answer. Brand versus product. I'm looking for one exact word. If you say one word that is correct, you win. It's not a sentence. Brand versus product. Poor Facebook and Instagram. I forgot to look on Facebook this whole time. Poor lowly Facebook has 183 people streaming. Twitter, Twitter is always my depressing numbers. I have 86. I got 1,500 on Instagram. YouTube has 2,800. I just kind of concentrate there, but I guess I should pay attention to Facebook. What's the course? It's called the Amazon Sales Blueprint. There's a link to it. Go grab the 10-day crash course. We'll be covering this stuff in depth, and then a lot of you should upgrade and get the 4-month version of it, really. So, okay, the word connection. Brand isn't boring. Growth. Okay, these are decent answers. They're not what I'm looking for. I need the right answer. What's the difference? $100. What is story, longevity, loyalty. Ooh, loyalty is getting closer. Somebody wrote fart. This person is like label, quality, story, movement, consolidate, unique. Oh, come on. Somebody ain't going to get growth, person, leverage. There! There. We got it. Okay, YouTube. It was on YouTube. You can pause it here. It's Lee Montoya. Mr. Muscle said it right after. Lee Montoya, you said it first. Please leave your email address where we can contact you. We have a little bit of problem with PayPal, but we'll send you money. If you're in the U.S., better if we can mail you a check right now. PayPal blocks us from giving too much money away. Yay, PayPal. So the answer, brand is trust. Product is question mark. You see that sometimes you go to buy something online, you're like, I've never heard of this company. I don't know if I trust them. Okay? When you don't trust somebody, you might buy from them, but will you continue to buy from them? Will you tell your friends about them? Will they get free viral traffic? PayPal thinks I'm laundering the money. How would I launder the money by giving it away to other PayPal people? I know. PayPal has the IQ of literally. PayPal, back when Elon Musk ran it, it was a better company. That company is just, jeez. It's a good thing they bought Venmo, because Venmo can put them out of business. Trust. One thing that you see here, there's maybe some trust that just says best keto diet. I feel like this can be competed with right here. There's no brand there, you know? Now they have a brand, but they're not exploiting, or I should say, they're not exposing the brand and showing the brand and talking about the brand. It just says made with patented ingredients. There's no story. People buy stories. Look, even Jeff Bezos, when you look at the story of Steve Jobs with Apple, one thing he was so smart in 1984, he put himself on stage and he introduced the product and he built a following of people who had almost a cult of Steve Jobs. In fact, you see the same thing that Elon Musk is doing with Tesla. People love Elon Musk. He was on Joe Rogan's show. He tweets one little thing like, hey, and it gets, if Elon Musk right now tweets, hey, it'll get 100,000 or 50 to 100,000 likes and retweets. It's insane because people trust his brand. My brother Ben is obsessed with Elon Musk and Teslas. And when he buys a house, he's going to put a solar panels from Solar City. If he ever goes to space, he's going to go on SpaceX. That's a trusted brand, and this can be competed with because brute nutrition, those two words, are not sufficient to generate enough trust. I'm not saying that this brute nutrition is a horrible company. Obviously, they're doing very well. So they're the players to beat right now. They're the players to beat. They're the big dogs. They're number one in this space. But unless they evolve, there's some issues right here. And I do private consulting and coaching with companies, not this company, but I charge them $1 million to help them build out their brand story. And I want to show you in this 10-day crash course and the 4-month program how do you build out that brand. Doesn't mean everybody has to like you. See, Donald Trump, not everybody likes Donald Trump, but the people who like him trust him. Now, the people who hate him massively distrust him, but he's still a brand. And it was powerful enough for him to be president. Obama, same thing. People who loved Obama loved the brand. They still love the brand. His wife wrote a book. It's the best-selling book almost in history right now. Autobiography is like the best-selling autobiography for a long, long time. And the Obama name is a brand. McDonald's is a brand that you trust. Even if you don't like their food, if you're hungry at 2 in the morning, you're like, I know what I'm going to get. I trust what a Big Black is. I'm not going to get some weird goat burger. I was in India once. I ordered some meat, and I pulled a whisker out. It was literally goat. It was like a burger. It was pretty traumatic. So they didn't have a brand. There's no brand called Goat Whisker. You could probably, there you go. Another idea, Goat Whisker brand.
10 seconds.
10 resetting this. I still got $700 to give away.
Did you